that needs to be fixed. It looks to be the 5th time. It's raining right now and it's cold. And Katniss and 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐤𝐿 won't let these girls get in the shelter. So I may be moving them when the rain lulls a little bit. Okay, now everybody has a place they can go, because the goats will go on the platforms and the sheep won't. Y'all are gonna melt. You better go under there. Okay, they were in there with the goats. You can see on Belle's head, she's got hay, so she's been helping herself to the hay. They only stayed in the goat pens that night. It was just raining all day long. They were the wet ones. 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿 and Katniss were completely dry most of the time, so they're just kind of jerks to them, and these two girls are a little more shy. From an agricultural perspective, it makes no sense for me to keep these sheep. They don't sell. It's really expensive to process them. I have been working with the wool recently, and I kind of enjoy it. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the ram or not. They're just jerks. But lambs are so cute, but they don't sell. I'm here in the sheep shelter. This is plenty big enough. It is 8 by 4 because we just do easy math for a sheet of plywood. 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿 and Katniss stay in here. Rue and Belle get kicked out. Those two are usually soaked to the bone, and then these sheep are fine. Now they are from Shetland. They're fine in the elements, but when they have babies, I don't want to risk any of that. With it being cold and rainy, no. So for a while I've been thinking of a easy, cheap way. I've been thinking of ways to use up some lumber that I have, and I have some metal, and I think I found out what I can make. I also have from my neighbor's barn these railings, and they happen to be about the same size as the pieces of metal that I have. These two sheep love to go through here. The only problem with this is I'd never be able to get it back out. But they would kind of have a place away from 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿 over here. I'm not videoing this because it's windy. We're dealing with 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿, and the sun's trying to go down. So I used those stair rungs, some scrap wood. This was from the rabbit pen that I didn't use, these posts. And we are just scrapping this together. We're about to put a roof on it. It ended up being 4 by 6 and about 3 foot tall, but that's plenty of room for Shetlands. Even Katniss can fit in there. I was going to show y'all how dry it was in here, so I came back in here. So that needs to be fixed. It's sagging up here. And this is why you just do it right the first time and not try to scrap things together and shove things in to make it work. Which is perfect, but it's not on any rabbits, so they're dry. Here's our temporary fix for the leaking roof. And we put pipe insulation, some of that, on the corners so it wouldn't cut into the tarp, but it did it anyway. It threw most of the pipe insulation off. So once we get Christmas done and we have some fair weather and it's not raining, we'll get that roof situated. I've never been a cat person. I've never had a cat, but we saw a teeny tiny kitten. This kitten is now living in a culvert close to where Walker was found, and I'm hoping we can catch this kitten to be my mouser, because if the mice are eating stuff in my greenhouse, I can't grow anything. The first night that kitten got in there and ate the tuna. The second night a possum got in there and ate the tuna. This is not a kitten. You're not a kitten. I opened it hours ago. It doesn't know it can leave now. Go! Go! Holding on by the tail. Okay, well, you figure your life out. Then I bought some cat food, put the whole can in there. We drove up to it and Derek was like, it's in there. I went up to the kitten and it walked out of the cage. So it doesn't weigh enough to trigger the device. So we went and got a squirrel trap too. So we've put the squirrel trap out. The fifth time is the charm. Here is our new little kitten. Still don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It looks a lot bigger in the camera. It's small. The first day we saw this kitten, it was licking something off the road and could have easily gotten hit. She's in the garage tonight. She is a girl, so she's Abby normal.
Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal.
I just got done feeding. And before that, I went to Atwood's because Abby needs things. And that is a heated kitty house. Also got her, these have catnip in them. And I asked the girl, I was like, can they have catnip all the time? And she was like, yes, it's hilarious. And then another bowl. I got her some litter and a litter box. We were actually headed home when we found her in the trap, so we decided to take her home the first night and keep her away from the dogs because they would have killed her. Everything I've read about keeping a barn cat is that you need to establish home, and in order to do that you have to cage them for about 3 weeks. She's got everything she needs in the cage, a litter box, a water bowl, even a toy that she hasn't touched, and this house that's warmed, and then she's in the greenhouse which is warm. So she has everything she needs. It's comfortable in there. It's better than the bar ditch. So don't come at me for keeping her in a cage. That's just how you do it, from what I've read. Well, I'm going to call this progress. She's out of her house and she's eating while we're right here talking. I think the chickens are concerned about Abby because they're all over here clucking and she's out eating. I think they saw her. Oh yeah, she's on top of her house now. Let me defend myself here too. I'm hoping that her being raised with these chickens around her will encourage her not to go after them. I don't really know of a farm without chickens, and a lot of people have barn cats, so something works out. The weather was nice and she had to be pulled out of the way for something going on in the greenhouse. So make sure and subscribe so you can see what's going on in the greenhouse. And while you're at it, go ahead and give this video a like because it really helps to get my videos seen. Here's the problem with cows. Once they find a way out, they keep doing it and they don't always tell you where the hole is. So we've been fixing fence, but he got through somehow. Keep going, Sally. Walk down the line. Oh gosh. Okay. Gate open right there. This is where we think he's getting through. We put a cattle panel here. I think it's this broken part of the gate here because there's lots of hoof prints on the other side. So we're thinking that's where he got through. Some exciting news. Bunny has been bagging up, meaning her udder's filling up. For a longhorn, this is... she's not going to let me see it now. I think she's going to have this calf today or tomorrow, I would bet. Hello, Sally. I'm glad to see your son stayed on this side of the fence. Longhorns do not fill up very much with milk. So we're probably going to have a calf pretty soon. I'm glad she didn't wait till February. This is the group of feeder pigs from Luna's litter that we're taking over to our neighbors. He grows them out and sells pork. He's also very proactive in getting pumpkins after Halloween, and we feed them to the pigs. We had a whole bunch this year. Other than the non-breeders we have, these are the changes that we've made. We kept back 3 of these piglets. One of them is a male, and we just had him castrated, so you can see he's fine, not even 24 hours later. Dot is one of our feeders. That is a breeder that we're keeping back, and hopefully she's going to sell soon. This is Sybil, one of our feeders, and that is Remus. He is replacing his dad once he gets big enough. If you'll remember, Sirius was over at our neighbor's breeding one of his Tamworth pigs, and he actually sold and gets to live because he was going to go be dog food. He has been a really good breeder and we're going to miss him, but when a new rare line came available, we had to take Albus in, and we don't want any more than 3 boars. Got a few things I need to do today, including cleaning the chicks. I want to get the rabbit pen cleaned out, which doesn't take long. I'd like to do the chicken coop, but that's kind of last priority today. And then I need to set up the farrowing area for Fleur. I don't take the chicks out, I just kind of have to do a section at a time. I typically clean about half and then rebed that half and then clean the other half. That way the chicks aren't freaking out on the slick surface. And now we go clean the rabbits. then I lost all motivation to keep cleaning. So I'm just going to end it here. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I upload most Sundays and you can keep watching us grow our farm. Have a good one.